This is iLLANOiZE Radio with Biko, iLLANOiZE Jones, and Pretty Riot going down right now.
As always, we bring you guys some of the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today, we got the homie Ron Louis in the building.
What's good? What's going on?
How you feeling, my brother?
I'm amazing. I'm feeling good.
Now, before we even get into it, did I say your name right?
Yeah, I think you did, Louis.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because I've been saying Louis.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
I thought it was Louis too. I'm glad you fixed that.
No, like,
I heard
strategic. It's strategic.
When I heard you say Louis, I'm like, okay, let me definitely make sure I say that correctly.
Yeah, y'all infamous
for messing names up.
Especially when we on this.
I be messing
That ain't
up
nothing but sweet tea.
Yeah, it's sweet tea. You get so hyped, you forget everything.
Now, let's jump in it, man. You know, first and foremost, when did you jump into fashion?
I be saying that like all my life, you know. I just didn't know at the time. But what I was doing, it was just like natural. You know what I'm saying? I used to like meddle in my grandma's sewing kit for some reason. And then I guess I fell off from it. Then I went to like high school, which was like real fashion forward. Like people was just different, you know what I'm saying? Dressing different.
Yeah, that's all.
Real Central in the south suburbs.
Okay.
And I don't know, everybody was just getting dipped, you know what I'm saying? I peeped like all the girls I like was into, you know what I'm saying, the guys that was fresh. So I kind of like got more into it in high school.
So you had all the girls pretty much.
No, I ain't have all of them, you feel me? I ain't gonna front my move, but I knew like I had to get fresh if I, you know what I'm saying, wanted the ones I wanted.
The power of the P-U-S-S-Y.
On the real. And the power of fashion, too.
Yeah.
That's where the fashion come from.
From the P-U-S-S-Y.
Good for the P-U-S-S-Y. You got to get fly if you want that thing.
Yeah.
So ignorant.
Hey, he ain't lying,
It's like
though.
that in nature though, real talk.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be decorated, you know what I'm saying?
So Pretty Ride, if a guy walked up to you and he bummy as hell, but he got money and you don't know about it, but he bummy, would you even give him a time of day? That's what I'm saying. Would you give him a time of day? Even though he came at you correct and everything, but he got his work clothes on.
Oh, if they work clothes.
Oh, no, I'll take it back then. He bummy. He just bummy.
What's
He
bummy?
got
like,
clearance on.
What's bummy? Because I feel like I understand. Like it's
What
just
I got on right now.
that's not
No
bummy.
benefit.
If somebody dressed like you tried to approach me, I'm be like, okay, you having a chill
You
day.
not bummy.
Bummy is like I'm dirty. I got holes in my clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's bummy. But if he just dressed down, I walk around with jogging pants and a t-shirt on some days. So
Okay. So
ain't
you give
gonna
him
be
some time.
interested.
Musty. What about musty?
now if he musty, then I don't care how much money you got. You should have put some deodorant on.
Right.
Hey,
Fresh
but
from the gym,
what if he
though.
a garbage man though? You know what I'm saying?
fresh
Well,
from
then
the
I don't
gym.
want to come
She
on.
don't
your
know
stage.
that, though.
She don't even know the garbage
But she
man
don't
make
know that,
money.
though. She don't even know he the garbage man. She just know he smell like trash. Like, oh, what
If you
doing?
stink, that's hard to. I'm not just gonna ignore the fact that you smell like you've been
What's-
dumping garbage.
You gotta
all
be
day.
fresh.
What's
Gotcha.
something what's something as a fashion designer that a lot of people don't understand about fashion?
I think really I be wanting to talk about like the resources, like when especially like of our skin color, like resources super limited. Like I notice like other people or other designers I work with, they might be a different race or whatever, but they get certain things at a different price than we do. So if you don't have access to certain y'all ever wonder like why everybody just do t-shirts and hoodies and why they ain't never do? Cause like we don't be having access to stuff everybody else do. So you either gotta like go to school, which costs a lot of money, and like try to figure out and be in debt. You know what I'm saying? Or like ask your grandma to teach you or something like that if you into it that much. You know, but even her resources limited. So I just want to talk about that. Like people charge what they charge so they can make some money to make better stuff. You know what I'm saying? It don't even be about like the quality might not be all that or whatever, but like if you see somebody like really trying. Like, people got to really support that. Like, it's hard. It's tough.
So it's a race thing in fashion?
It ain't a race thing. It's just, like, just in general.
Just the knowledge. I'm
yeah,
guessing,
just being observant and knowing people that's doing something like that. You know what I'm saying?
So, as far as fashion, what's the most limited product to come on, to get a hold of? So I heard you speak on shirts and hoodies, like, because, that's most popular.
No, I was just like doing pieces like jackets and stuff you have to get made or manufactured or mass produced. Like it's harder to get that because you could get tees wholesale, hoodies wholesale, hats. You know what I'm saying? Like they doing good with blanks, but as far as like trying to do like you want to do your own jeans or whatever, like you got to do a lot of stuff to get to that point. You know, versus somebody else who might know they uncle who owns the manufacturer. Like, it's just different. It's just different.
And I peep something different about you too. You make dresses, like you make women apparel. That's super different. What led you to start doing things like that?
Just going to school, and I learned how to do it in college. So I was just like, I think that'll separate me doing customs. You know what I'm saying? In college, I'm a marketing guy, and I noticed like it was more women consumers willing to pay. Like, I don't have to debate with women about prices.
It's always the nigga.
It's always the guy.
I agree. I'm like, up for the low.
Yeah. Nah, for real. So I'm like, and then I know women, like, you could do different stuff that they more open to, like, try. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me, I ain't finna wear all the extra, but a girl might do it. So it gave me room to be more creative. So I was just like, all right, cool. And then I like women. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you make clothes for girls in college, but you got a lot of...
Look,
no, fact. I mean, if we gonna talk about it, what you say, gang?
She wanted that jumpsuit.
She like, hey,
Ron, she wanted that jumpsuit, Ron. She wanted that suit. She had to go bust that thing over for real. You feel me?
She ran up on you like Pookie on New Jack City. I need it,
Y'all cutting up. Oh my gosh.
Yo, you the man, shawty.
It was like that.
So
model this for me, baby. Let me.
But no, I take it serious too. Like, I wouldn't.
I mean, I understand. You know, some Gucci, some like I've been waiting for this. I really want her in this outfit. I really want to see. I made this for you, girl. I understand the game. I pulled it a few times.
No, you did.
Oh, yes, he did. But back to the conversation at hand.
Oh my God.
You know, college-wise, when you went to school at college, what did it teach you most about fashion?
I went to the International Academy of Design and Technology. They not open no more, but it was just what the name was. Like, I got more like diverse with culture. Like, I'd be competing with just different races. You know what I'm saying? Like, I noticed how, like, not to be stereotypical, but like the Asians, man, they was like so locked in and working hard and focused. I was like trying to compete with that work ethic. So it just opened up like my mind, like, to a bigger world, you know what I'm saying, besides like just what we do.
The closed box.
Yeah.
Like, you see things brighter now.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, they work. They really work. That's why they, you know what I'm saying, precise and do good, and you know, so. And
now I saw you know, matter of fact, now we actually gonna talk about Farrah. Mm-hmm. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah, you did.
When did Farrah come about?
I don't even think about this type of stuff, but I say about 3 years ago. Like, I always been working on like the concept of like what I wanted to do with clothes, but now it's like I found something like more of a lane to put it in. So about 3 years ago. Was
it something you was dealing with in life, something you seen that made Farrah spark?
Yeah. I had dropped out of school or whatever on some financial reasons, and then I don't know, I was just like in a dark place, you know. So I was just like, instead of focusing on that, I'm just, you know, focus on my brand.
So is that what you like made you feel like you gotta take it serious?
Yeah.
So it was pretty much when as soon as you that
because I couldn't finish, you know, and I was like one of the top students, but I couldn't finish. So it was like, man, you know.
Damn, that hurt.
Yeah,
like I'm the shit and I can't even finish.
Yeah, they wouldn't give me my
No
scholarships. Nothing.
Like, look,
I had to sue them. Like, I ain't getting no scholarships, nothing.
Look where you went today, though.
I'm trying. Yeah,
you feel me? Now, with Farrah, you have designer. Is that under Farrah?
Yeah. It was basically like supposed to just be like a capsule collection, but it ended up growing more to that. So it's like something I'm gonna always implement in the designs. I'm just trying to like find creative ways to like put it on garments, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, I saw the little like the neck,
jacket with the design on the collar. I saw that too.
Appreciate
that's fresh. That what color is that jacket? Is that orange, fuchsia?
Like
what is
it? He said fuchsia, fuchsia pink.
Nah, he close. I use like a coral. to mix, but it's orange at the same time. Like it's a custom color.
What's up?
Okay.
Let her know you know your colors. You know your colors. Feel me? You feel me? You know your colors.
I felt like it was more orange. That's why I'm like, where'd you get pink?
Like when you see it, like it's a weird color because I almost like created it.
Yep.
I mixed like a couple colors together.
I was trying to patent that color.
For real. I was trying to get like a safety orange, but it ended up coming like a penitentiary orange.
Penitentiary orange?
Because the jacket is you know the.
I ain't never heard of that color before. Nah. Like that's a real live color now.
Nah,
like,
for real.
Penitentiary orange now. Like it's gonna be on a Crayola box now.
Nah, for real.
You got regular orange and you got penitentiary orange. You feel me?
No,
like, that's a real color.
It's gonna make sense. Like my whole collection, all the pieces I'm dropping is like based upon like street stuff.
Mm-hmm. I can hit niggas now. Not sorry to cut you off, but hey, yo, y'all got some penitentiary
Jordans.
The Jordans, penitentiary Jordans, they orange.
Yeah.
Oh, man, them niggas gonna sell out. Hey, yo, do that.
Hey, real talk. Hey,
no, it's a real thing. I'm just like I'm just bringing the streets in a classy way, like for real.
That's raw.
That's what
it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking at some of your pieces. I'm like, damn. Yeah. To see you actually design it, you have the whole layout of how you want things. You are a true fashion designer.
Yeah.
I don't see that with a lot of people. So, would you? I know you said your grandma, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Is she the reason behind that?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get like spiritual with it, because I never met my grandma. You know what I'm saying? It was just she just had stuff that I meddled in just off of I don't know. So like, she my guardian angel or something, like that led me to it. Like honestly, because I never met her. But my mama always say, like, man, you just like her. She was jazzy. And I see, like, pictures of her, like, dressed up and stuff like that and just into the, like, textures and stuff. But I ain't never meet her.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to be your signature? Because I've kind of been following your journey in fashion for a while. Like, I feel like I've been following you on Twitter for a long time. And I feel like I kind of seen different eras. Like, I remember you kind of was doing a floral thing. And then you did, like, stuff that used to have the zippers on the side. And then you had, like, the quilted and the velvet.
Oh,
so,
yeah, you been.
Yeah, I've been, because I'm like, damn, that shit raw, but he expensive. I'm still a little broke right now. I ain't going front my move. So, like, I'm just, like, it's kind of cool just to see how they've grown. Like, but what do you want your signature to be? Just like in fashion. So when people see this signature, they know it's Ron Louis. They know it's Farrah.
I'm really playing off this designer concept. It took me a while. Like I had to try all that different stuff to figure out like what I like. And now I feel like I found something, a lane. I don't want to give too much away because people love to see
understandable.
But
we know.
I kind of figured like I found the lane and I'm really finna attack it like second quarter. Like I'm getting all the back stuff. I mean, I ain't say second quarter, like probably next month. I'm gonna start next month. So first quarter I'm gonna do roll.
So I got a question. So how do you feel about like certain upcoming designers trying to gain the attention of bigger designers? Like, do you feel like that's a way to go? Because do you feel like that's just an easy way to get your ideas stolen? Because I don't know if you saw it, but there was like a picture on Twitter circulating and somebody had did like a Louis Vuitton photo shoot and it was like beads.
With the beads.
Yeah, and then somebody was like, you gonna get your ideas stolen. Like, what do you feel about those instances in particular? Like, do you think that's a way to go about trying to work with big designers, or do you think that that's something you should just keep for yourself and build your own brand around it?
I ain't gonna lie, this the era of exposure. Like, we love exposing stuff. So fashion a little different now. That's why they like teaming up with streetwear designers and
Fendi
the internet.
And Fila and
you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody just having a shoe deal like that, you had to be an athlete like to create shoes like back in the day. Like this is new. So like people be so ready to expose you that if the artists who posting work, I don't know if they known like that, but if they well enough known, like it'll grab the attention of somebody, and it kind of boosts your stock up because people be like, oh no, go to the original. They stole his idea. Like we love to see that now. Like we almost thirsty for like a bigger brand to steal our ideas for somebody we support, So it can harm you if you really care about the design, but 9 times out of 10, if it's their stuff, you ain't really created. You was just like trying to get some attention. Yeah, it worked. It's like trolling almost.
Yeah. I never thought about it.
But it's like in a cool way. Artists, that's all we do. Designers, we just troll each other. But it's just like cool at the same time.
Now, do you feel like, as a designer, do you feel like partnership is key? Do you feel like that'd take away from your creative process?
Like partnering up with a bigger brand?
Partnering up with a bigger brand. Because, you know, when I seen some a while ago, it's like they take your creativity. Now, it's kind of like you locked now. You under contract. Your ideas is their ideas. So do you feel like, you know, if you were to partner up with a brand that would, not just you, but in general fashion designers, is that a good way to go or a bad way to go?
It's equivalent to signing a deal.
Exactly.
It just depends on the artist, like what's your direction. You know, like we could say like Nike, for example. If you don't want to just be known, like your brand to be tied in with Nike or whatever, it's probably not the best idea to like collab. It just depends on how you coming. You know, because we're gonna associate your stuff with the brands you work with, like nowadays. So it's like it's just up to you. Just like signing.
I don't know, like most of the designers I see, like how you keep saying, like you get a lot of influence off the streets. You kind of remind me of Dapper Dan.
Yeah, people DM me that all the time, like y'all like the new Dapper Dan.
So like, what's your influences like outside from the streets?
Right. Architecture, music. Like when I hear music, if I really like the music, that's why I'm like so in tune with it. I see like textures from the sound. Like I mess with music like hard, so like if I support your music, I see something in it, but it's a real like inspiration like behind that. So it's like fake deep.
So
it's real deep. No, that ain't fake. You see colors and textures.
Nah, that's weird. Real.
Like,
that's real.
What artists make you see the most textures and colors? Like what artists you rocking with nowadays that you just be picking them out the air? Just ooh, I like this.
It's like the ones that see. I like dark stuff too, like a dark sound. So it'd be like the people that's pretty much on. Like I stopped listening to like certain artists, but like locally, that's why I rock with Valet so hard. Yeah. Just to throw that in there. Like
I was gonna throw it in there for you.
Nah, like when I hear his music, that's why like you could like each era, like I'll break it down to you, like who I was working with during the time and how that influenced my work. Like the stuff that's going on now is like just the sounds. Like when I hear the beats from Rio and or Chase or whatever, I just it's real hard to describe, but that's what come out.
So how did it feel seeing Valet, you know, on VH1 with the designer shirt?
Oh, with the joint. I didn't even know they was finna throw that in. It was crazy because I was just watching TV just to support. Like I'm like, that's what. Man, I'm like, that shit just flashed across like that. Yeah, I'm like, what's going on? It was like they had like a slide when he was getting introduced, and they put it up twice. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, I don't even watch TV, but the day I watch it, you know.
Yeah, I saw the tweet. Yeah, I saw the tweet. I'm like, damn.
I'm this crazy.
That's deep.
Yeah.
And for me, lastly, I just want to know about these Air Forces, my brother. Like, you know, I missed out. Unfortunately, I missed out. So, where did that inspiration come from?
Just the same thing. Like, I get to do a pair. Like, I get to do like a pair every year. This is my second year doing it. And you only supposed to do like one pair. But I end up missing like my appointment or whatever. So I went back in, like on some back door. And you get like a certain amount of options that they can do, and then you like kind of customize and do what you want to, you know, do with the shoe. So I did my first one, and I put like the barcode on there, and I was thinking about like the ski mask I'm finna do, and I was just thinking like, man, I'm gonna do something like hard. And I was thinking about this shoe I seen when dude had a ski mask on. He had like a grill. It was one with silver, and it was one with like rose gold. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna just try to like tie it in with like what I'm doing with my collection or whatever.
What made you pick Black Forces? Because you know people clown them. So like I love the fact that you flipped it. Like people really clown Black Forces.
No, that's what.
So when I seen you did that, I'm like, wow.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, trolling. Like I'm like, I could make some Black Forces, y'all web, G. Like
real talk, cause you
don't go on them. Like I love ones. I
don't wear Forces no more, but when I saw these, I'm like, yo,
I didn't know Black Forces wasn't the thing.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's not, bro.
Look, hold on.
That
was a part of the trap web back when I was out there. We should black pants.
But you got, it's like if you know, you know, like. You got them Black Forces on, you finna go get it.
Yeah. Hold on. That's not cool to wear. Hold on.
Nah.
What we rocking now when we going on this shit?
Yeah. you know. So I'm
finna start winning. Yeah, the way he coming from, I can win that.
I'm telling you the truth. I ain't had a pair of forces since high school, but when this came across my timeline, I want them.
When I saw him on his page, I'm like, I ain't want no black ones in a minute. I've been transitioned my life to radio. I've been wearing white shoes. Everything got bright colors in it now. It changed my life, cuz.
Now, let people know how they can get it.
I had another question.
Because
he just straight. I'm looking at him so he could shut up so I can ask my question.
Hey, I ain't even see you. My bad, I was tunnel vision.
Okay, but so I like how you recently just did a pop-up at Supply Local. Mm-hmm. So, like, how was it like to, well, one, how did that just come about, like that just relationship in general?
Them my guys. I was looking to do a pop-up maybe like a year ago.
Do you feel like pop-ups now are like overrated? I feel like everywhere we go it's like a pop-up shop. Here's a pop-up shop. Like, I feel like they almost getting played out and they have no like creativity to them anymore. Like, it's just like, we're just gonna put a bunch of vendors in one room and you're gonna walk around and buy from who you want.
Well, it just depends on your market. You know, I get the chance to see like both sides. It just depends on your market. Like, it might be washed on one market, but pop-ups is in streetwear, like people that's really doing their thing. It's crazy because you get the chance to take, because of the internet, you get the chance to take, like, if you got a market, like I got people overseas that be hitting me to get stuff, you know, whatever. If you can connect with like people over there and bring your stuff out there without, you know what I'm saying, like it being like crazy now because it's something like popular, then it just helps your brand like expand on that end. Now I understand what you're saying with like a bunch of vendors because you don't get the chance to
get the fully experience that person's
brand. Yeah. So I was looking to do like a real installation or like just a store showroom type of thing, and maybe like 2 weeks after I was thinking about it, I got hit up by one of the workers there, and like I met with them. It was before they got super popping, and I don't know, we just been rocking ever since. Like, we was doing stuff with like V-Lone and like other like dope brands. We just did a collab with like Boneyard, which is like a super popular store, and I don't know, it's just like organic. So I'm like, all my pop-ups gonna be there. Like, you gotta come this way.
Get that exclusive.
Yeah, and I actually rock with their stuff. Like, this one of their hoodies, low key. That ain't out, but I rock with their stuff.
Okay, and I got one more question. Also, like, I noticed, like, I see a lot of fashion shows, but I don't necessarily see your stuff in fashion shows a lot. Is it a reason for that? And like, if you don't like fashion shows, what's the one thing that you hate about fashion shows?
Nah, it's a reason. It's kind of like what you just said. Like, when people put fashion shows together, it'd be a bunch of brands, so you don't really get to experience or understand what inspired that collection. Like, I have to tell that story on why I did, you know, the forces or whatever I'm doing, showing in the, you know, I want to have a chance to tell it because that's what we resonate with. Like, oh, I love it.
It's always a backstory to what you got.
Right. And I feel like if it's a bunch of designers, you only got like 30 seconds to tell your story.
And the story is what's gonna sell.
Yeah.
You know.
And then, you know, it's a business. Like, you want more people to come to make money at the door, so you need like a bunch of designers and stuff just to, you know, make your money back. So again, it's lack of resources. Like, so it's like we trying, but it'd be tough. So
how can like platforms like us help and push that?
We gotta wear that shit on our shows.
Let's see what you good.
No, I'm.
That's one way.
That's
too.
one. I don't. I guess like just come out and see it, and like y'all jobs, y'all the speakers, you know, that's y'all gift. So it's like just word of mouth is powerful. So, you know what I'm saying? Whether you got it on, whether you talking about it on your show or whatever. If I'm sitting here and the show done and we just talking about clothes or whatever, and you speaking about it, like everything count. But word of mouth is powerful. So I just feel like just coming out to support, make like pop-ups or whatever, and maybe covering it or see if y'all could fit it in or something, you know, just coming out, just supporting.
Speaking
like
of pop-ups, I mean,
let us know what the next one.
You got any events coming up soon?
Yeah. I got another pop-up. We was aiming for the end of this month, but it might be in February, like the beginning. So it's coming up soon. I'm gonna like drop flyers and stuff like that early. I'm gonna let everybody know. Because I sold out on the last one pretty fast. I wasn't expecting to like that. So I need, like, everybody, if you really trying to grab what you want to grab, just come early. So I'm gonna like promote it a little bit earlier this time. So yeah.
So we can expect something in February.
Or the end of this month.
So we just have to stalk your Instagram. Just stalk his Instagram.
Stalk social media.
I'm gonna send them out though. Like I'm gonna send the flyers out. You know
cool. I mean, let people know where they can find you so they can stalk your social media for it.
Yeah, you can find me at Ron on Instagram at Ron_Louis LOUIS, and on Twitter Ron_Louis_. And I ain't got the other stuff. I'm working on Facebook though. Somebody told me it's popping as far as like
Facebook
right.
popping.
They
so
right.
I ain't like an internet dude, so I'm trying to find people that's like into it.
They right, you know though. You gotta. I
say
Facebook.
First,
yeah,
but it's for what you're doing. It's popping.
Yeah,
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Man, I'm trying to figure that one out.
So what, before we actually, end things off, what's your go-to social media platform?
Instagram. It depends. It depends on, because Twitter be funny, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you could kind of cap on that a little bit. And then you could, like, the Twitter platform, people more, like, hard. Like, if you put something out on Twitter, like, people finna zoom in, all type of stuff. So it's like, if it's popping on Twitter, you could put it on the gram, it's going to go crazy. You're going to make some sales.
Big facts.
Like, gram a little easier. People just scroll and tap sometimes. See the name, boom, just tap. Yeah. But on Twitter, they analyze, and so it just depends on how I'm feeling or what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, that's dope. Well, shout out to everybody that tuned in. Before I get my shout outs, do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to everybody, period. Love the support. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for having me. It's lit.
Hey, no doubt, my brother.